December 19th, 2025. I actually have a thought of the day today. Not a very deep or insightful thought of the day, I would venture to guess, but here it is. When was the change that the phrase, "I appreciate you," became a common thing? I think, I don't remember exactly the instance for me, the first time I remembered hearing it, but I do remember it having a very distinct and odd and different feeling to it. It kind of caught me off guard in a sense. And I think to some degree it still kind of does. And I wonder what was the impetus. Also, I wonder, because it, in a sense, well, let me describe, I guess, why it catches me off guard and why it has sort of a different feeling to it. Back in the day, and really it's the way I still pretty much operate, I thank people, I thank them for things, and I say I really appreciate it. I refer to, I guess, the act of that they provided, in a sense, that itself, rather than them for providing it, which I think maybe was just socially the norm for most of my life. And then at some point, and maybe it's been 20 years, I don't remember when I first started encountering the "I appreciate you." I don't think it's been 20 years, but it's been 15 years. I don't know when it started, actually. I really don't. But the phrase, "Oh, thanks, I appreciate you," I kind of wonder if it came as almost like a lingo type thing, like it came out of a certain subculture or even a pop culture. And anyway, it's just, it has a very different feeling to it than when somebody says, "Hey, thanks, I appreciate it." They say, "Hey, thanks, I appreciate you." And I kind of wonder, I guess maybe the deeper part of the thinking around this subject, if there is a deep thought here, might be that in some sense it has more meaning and more impact. It's like a deeper kind of compliment when you direct your gratitude directly at the person rather than maybe the thing that they do for you or whatever transpired. But I kind of wonder if also it's a little misdirected. In a sense, it's sort of maybe like it's just pointed the wrong way. Like it should be, your gratitude should be at a situation or an act or a thing more than the person. In some scenarios, I would say. I don't know. I'm putting more thought into it than really probably anybody ever needs to. But anyway, my initial thought was, when did that happen? When would this changeover happen? What caused it, I wonder? I guess another thought I have is, and this sort of thing occurs in many other ways, but does it begin to lose its meaning a little from overuse when people phrase it in that way prevalently? Like, does somebody say it in that way, but because they say it in that way so frequently, it just doesn't have its full import, its full impact on the receiver of that compliment or that gratitude? Like, it does have a place, but I wonder if it should be more carefully meted out than just willy-nilly making it the default for every time somebody expresses gratitude. I feel like, yeah, giving it sparse use has higher value. Maybe that's why I don't hear it super frequently aimed at me, and maybe that's why it does seem to have more impact when it is aimed at me. Anyway, that is my deep thought for the day. I don't know, what kind of call to action does that beg? I guess the call to action is consider your own use of that phrase and apply it, if you choose to, in a measured fashion. That's my call to action. All right, today was basically a nothing day, which was good. I just needed to rest and relax, and that's mostly what I did all day. I did go on my walk. Did 5 miles today, and that's good. Weather was surprisingly decent. It was like low 50s. Didn't really feel that bad. And other than that, I had a little bit of dinner with Lisa's crew, and I did start firing up the app work again. Now I can focus on that since it's sort of my own time for a little while. And yeah, I guess that's all. That was the day. That was my deep thought. And that's the end of my vlog. Thanks for swinging by. Until next time.